It's 8:42. Summer is a lot of things, right? It's often a restful time, but it can also feel very chaotic because there's less structure, more unpredictable schedules, and a lot of people just feel all over the place. It's easy to fall behind on important things when you get out of your normal routine. Alyssa Smith is a life strategist with the Stress Less Lounge. She's joining us this morning with a few ways to help get stuff done and also enjoy the summer break, because that's what you want to help us do. We don't want to be more stressed out or have a feeling of guilt or that we're not getting things done. So let's talk about first clustering activities, like activities together. That's one of your suggestions. First, why is that a suggestion?
Okay, so it's really easy. I hear this from women all the time that we turn into like a taxi cab in the summertime.
True.
Right? Because we've got camps, we've got taking kids places, we've got all kinds of things going on. So it's super important that if you have like bills to pay, or if you have, desk tasks, and if you have trips that are going to be on this side of town, just give it a little bit of extra thought, because it's easy to let the urgent things kind of dictate what we do. Like, oh my gosh, I need to get the, dry cleaning, I need to take my kid here, I need to do that. But just see if you can be a little bit more strategic. Just put, a couple minutes of extra thought into where are you going? When does it make sense to go? Is it necessary now? And if it is, then pile all the necessary things together, and then it's a little bit, it streamlines your schedule just a little bit better, so you can actually be fully present.
I find myself, and I don't know if that's in an older age or just now, I feel like I'm a lot of times all over the place.
Yeah.
I'm just like shiny object over here, and then I start this, and then I'm over here. I'm like, wait, calm down. like you said, think about those activities and get those things done. I like me time.
Yes.
You say it's really important to really book it.
Yes.
Like schedule it.
Yep, exactly. And the bottom line is we don't want to get to the end of summer and be burned out, right? We don't want to get to the end of this beautiful time of year where we have some flexibility most of the time and just really not have been present for any of it. So if you can, in addition to vacations and things, and it doesn't have to be, days at a time of me time, but if you can just schedule, maybe it's every morning you take 10 minutes to drink your cup of coffee out on the porch and you just breathe and you just take that time. But if you don't plan it ahead, it usually doesn't happen. So you really have to think ahead about it just a little bit. That's all of this is. It can feel overwhelming to be like, oh my gosh, now I have to do all this extra planning so that I don't get burned out. But just take a couple of extra minutes. And even if you do give yourself just that 10 minutes in the morning, it will center you, it will get your nervous system regulated so you can actually have your executive functions as you make decisions throughout the day.
We need the executive function, right? Also, delegate.
Yes, okay, this one is the hardest for a lot, especially for women, because we are used to kind of having, I've seen this meme where there's this woman and she has 8 arms coming out, and one of them is vacuuming, one of them is on the phone, one of them is washing dishes, right? So we're used to doing all the things ourselves. But I just want to encourage you, if you are not asking for help and you're doing things that are not your highest and best use. I have a friend who's a nurse, and she always gets encouraged, and she encourages her nurses that are under her, practice to the top of your license. So it's this point that if you are trained highly for something, don't spend your time that you're on the clock doing something that someone that's trained less than you could do. So if your kids are home, they can do laundry, they can do dishes. Now, granted, a complaint that I hear a lot from moms is they don't do it as well as I do. And this is the time to kind of just allow that to happen. Just really supervise as you can, delegate what you need to. And then the other tip, this is a hot pro tip, there are a lot of students home from college right now.
Yes.
And so you can hire them to, I have someone that is doing my errands for the summer. If I have a lot of stuff to do and I need to be somewhere with my son, then she can be the person that, goes and picks stuff up for me. So just utilize what's around you. Do your highest and best use things only.
All right, you can find more ways to maximize your time this summer at fox59.com. Thank you so much.
Thank you for
good to see you.
me.
Jim O'Brien, what really helps is when you have 2 daughters that now drive, and you don't have to take them everywhere.
That is a good point, Ange. Although the gas prices, they are hurting right now. All right, 8:46, guys.